Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. So, we are discussing the different outbreeding devices. आज हम स्टार्ट करेंगे प्री पोटेंसी से. प्री पोटेंसी means the pollen grains of genetically different flowers, they will grow more rapidly over the stigma as compared to pollen grains of the same flower. यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, आपके पास दो फ्लावर्स हैं. ये एक फ्लावर है, इसके एंथर्स भी हैं और यहाँ पे स्टिग्मा है. ओके, दिस टॉप पोर्शन ऑफ स्टाइल रिप्रेजेंट स्टिग्मा. वी हैव another flower here. This is it is stigma and these are it is anthers. It has been found that the pollen grains जो यहाँ पे बनते हैं, they are more capable of growing on this stigma as compared to its own stigma. And similarly, the pollen grains of these anthers belonging to this flower, they are more capable of growing here as compared to here. This is the simple way of understanding the prepotency. So when pollen grains of a different flower, they grow more rapidly as compared to the pollen grains of the same flower, this is known as prepotency. Now the next one is hercogamy. Hercogamy refers to the existence of a physical barrier between male and female sex organs, between anthers and the pistils, or you can say stigma of a flower. And this presence of a physical barrier between male and female reproductive parts, it inhibits self-pollination, and promotes cross-pollination. Now there are a number of examples, we will discuss a few. Occurrence of extrose anthers. What does extrose anthers mean? Say this is a flower. These are the petals. Anthers are positioned like this. They are directed towards the periphery of the flower. They are located at the periphery of the flower. Okay, and this is the stigma. Obviously, the anthers located here, when they will shed pollen grains, they will drop into the air. They will be carried away by the wind instead of falling here. This is one of the examples of hercogamy. So occurrence of extrose anthers is one of the examples of hercogamy. The next example is the mature stigma and anthers. They are known to occur at different positions in some plant species like Gloriosa and Clerodendron. इन दो प्लांट स्पीशीज में देखा गया है जो मैच्योर एंथर एंड स्टिग्मा है, दे आर पोजिशन्ड एट डिफरेंट locations. They are positioned differently so that the pollen grains of the anther, the chances of their landing on the same stigma, they are minimized. Another example is the anthers are exposed while stigma occur inside flap, and the example is pansy. यहाँ पे आप देख लीजिए, we have a flower. The anthers are exposed, while as this is the stigma. Okay, this stigma is enclosed within a structure, within a flap-like structure, and this prevents self-pollination. Now another example is, it is the reverse of this one. Stigmas are exposed while anthers occur inside corolla packets. Example is Kalmia. Here you can see, these are the petals, these are the anthers, this is stigma. Stigma is exposed, while as anthers, they are enclosed inside the corolla packets. These pockets are made up of petals. Okay, जो corolla packets होते हैं, they enclose the anthers so that these anthers producing the pollen grains, they are not dropped on the same stigma. Okay, they do not drop on the same stigma. So in these two examples, you found that in one case the stigma is enclosed while as in another one, the anthers are enclosed. Both these strategies, they prevent self-pollination. Another example is the stigma projects beyond stamens so that the pollen grains do not fall on it. Example is Caryophyllaceae. You can see here. This is the stigma. It projects beyond anthers. These are the anthers. These are the petals. Okay. It projects beyond the anthers so that these pollen grains which are formed here, they do not land on this stigma. One more example of hercogamy is in salvia, the pollen are shed only when the insect visits the flower. This is another example of hercogamy. In salvia, it has been found that the pollen grains are shed from the anthers. They drop from the anthers. Okay, the anthers burst only when the insect visits the flower. Okay, अगर insect नहीं आएगा, the anthers will not shed the pollen grains. This also prevents self-pollination. In Calotropis and many other orchids, the pollen grains occur as coherent mass, which is called as pollinium, and this pollinium, it can only be lifted by insects. याद रखना, in Calotropis and many other orchids, जो pollen grains होते हैं inside the anther, they are associated in the form of a large mass. सब pollen grains एक ग्रुप में होते हैं और उस ग्रुप को हम बोलते हैं पोलिनियम. And interestingly, this pollinium, it cannot lift on its own. It is very large. Only insects can transfer this pollinium from one place to another. When insects can only transfer this pollinium from one place to another, obviously, these plants are exclusively pollinated by insects. And insects usually lead to cross-pollination. Okay, so the formation of this pollinium, it is another strategy that prevents self-pollination and promotes cross-pollination. So these were some important examples of hercogamy. In the next part, I think we are done with hercogamy. In the next part, we will talk about heterostyly. Okay, till then, stay blessed.